Okay, so we're going to call these theorems today that we are going to learn the triangle inequality theorems. First one is in a triangle. In a triangle, the longest side is across from the largest angle. The longest is across from the largest angle. That's the symbol for angle, right? So let's call that number 1. Number 2, in a triangle, the largest angle is across from the longest side. Which basically says the same thing, but backwards. The largest angle is across from the longest side. Okay, so let's see pictures of these. I'll give you one picture here. And this is an example of theorem Theorem 1. The largest side is across from the largest angle. So if this is C, and this is A, and this is B, and the sides are 5, 7, and 3, that would mean that angle C is largest, right? Because it's across from the largest side. Now let's draw a similar picture. Doesn't have to be different, it could be the same. This is an example of theorem 2. If we have 100 degrees and 30 degrees and 50 degrees, and this is triangle A, B, C, then we know that side AB is the longest because it's across from the largest angle. Alright, you see how that works? Really not a big deal. Okay? I think that is all we need. So now let's just put our, this is G, 34. So this is going to just be 1 out of 1. And let's put our last name in the bottom corner. Okay? Keep that with your cards. Let's move on to the problems. Alright. Let's put our heading. Geometry 2. Okay. Mr. Flug. And this is G.G.33 .176. Okay? In triangle FGH, the measure of angle F equals 42, and an exterior angle at vertex H has a measure of 104. What is the measure of angle G? Okay, so this one got actually mixed up a little bit. This should have been in the exterior angles theorem. This should have been G.G.32. But not a big deal. Here are the choices. This is just, I guess, a review of the last ones that we did. Choice 1 is 34. Choice 2 is 62. Choice 3 is 76. And choice 4 is 146. So we have this triangle FGH, and angle F is 40. Alright, so here's what I want to do. I'm going to draw the triangle like this. Alright, now I have an exterior angle, so I'm leaving room for that out here. And here's my triangle. And they're saying that F, an exterior angle at vertex H. So this has to be H. So this would be F, G, H, because it has to go in order. Okay, it either has to go this way or it has to go the other way. So F, G, H. F is 42 degrees. And the exterior angle at vertex H, this exterior angle is 104 degrees, right? Now remember, the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent interior angles. So what they're looking for is G, which is X. So here's how we solve this. We know that 104 equals 42 plus X. Okay? Now I can subtract 42 from both sides, and what I get is X equals 104 minus 42. That would be 62, and that's degrees. So we can box off our answer, choice 2. Okay? Next problem. Let's put our heading. This is 03, 05, 2013, Mr. Flug, and we have G.G.33.177. Which set of numbers, and now we did one like this also, so let's get through this. Which set, this is like a review, which set of numbers represents the lengths of of the sides of a triangle. Choice 1 is 5, 18, and 13. Choice 2, 6, 17, and 22. Choice 3 is 16, 24, and 7. And choice 4 is 26, 8, and 15. Okay? So if you remember the theorem, it's that any two sides of a triangle has to be greater, the sum of any two sides of a triangle has to be greater than the third side. Alright? So what that means is, like, for number 1, we know that 5 plus 18 must be greater than 13. 5 plus 13 must be greater than 18. And 18 plus 13 must be greater than 5. And we check each one of those. If each one of them is true, then this is allowed to be a triangle. So is 5 plus 18 greater than 13? That's true. 5 plus 13, is that greater than 18? That's not true. 18 plus 13 greater than 5, that is true. So it's not choice 1 because all three of these have to be true. So we go to the next one. We have 6 plus 17 must be greater than 22. 17 plus 22 must be greater than 6. And 6 plus 22 must be greater than 17. And it doesn't matter what order that you do these in. You just have to get all three combinations. 16 plus 17 is 23. That is greater than 22. 17 plus 22 is definitely greater than 6. And 6 plus 22 is greater than 17. So that's the answer, choice 2. Okay, now we have to also check 3 and 4 just in case to make sure we didn't make a mistake. So let's look at 3. We have 16 plus 24 must be greater than 7. 16 plus 7 must be greater than 24. And 24 plus 7 must be greater than 16. This one is true. 16 plus 7, that's 23, so that's not true. 24 plus 7 is definitely greater than 16, so that is true. You see how that one had a false statement? And we got to check 4 also. 26 plus 8 must be greater than 15. 26 plus 15 must be greater than 8. And 8 plus 15 must be greater than 26. This one is true. This one is true. This one is not true. So the only one it could be is choice 2. Okay. Next problem. And this would be G.G.33 .178. Okay. And here's the question. In triangle ABC, AB equals 5 feet and BC equals 3 feet. which inequality represents all possible values for the length of AC in feet. Choice 1, 2 less than or equal to AC less than or equal to 8, 2 less than AC less than 8, 3 is 3 less than or equal to AC less than or equal to 7, and 4, 3 less than AC less than 7. So we got to draw a picture here. Okay, I'm just going to draw a triangle. Doesn't matter what it looks like, but we do need to draw a triangle. Now, let's say this is A, this is B, this is C. AB is 5, BC is 3, and AC is X. Okay? Don't worry that BC looks like it's longer than AB. That's just because this is the way I drew the triangle. Alright? I just drew any triangle, and that's not going to affect the problem. So what we do is we set up our three situations. We know that x plus 5 must be greater than 3. We also know that x plus 3 must be greater than 5. And we know that 5 plus 3 must be greater than x. So we have three separate situations here, and we just have to solve each one. In this one, I'll subtract 5 from both sides. So then x must be greater than negative 2. This one I will subtract 3 from both sides. So then x must be greater than 2. And this one just says that 8 is greater than x. Oop. Eight is greater than x, which is the same as saying x. We can flip the whole thing. X less than 8. Okay? So, if you look at these two, this says that x is greater than negative 2, and this says that x is greater than 2. So if x has to be greater than 2, then no matter what, it's going to be greater than negative 2. Alright, so this one we don't really need. We just need these two answers. Okay? And this says that x must be greater than 2, right? So 2, we want to write it like this. X must be greater than 2, right? We can flip this. You know what? Let me put that on a separate line. This is the same as 2 less than x. So, 2 must be less than x, or x must be greater than 2, whichever way you want to read this. And x also must be less than 8, so x also must be less than 8. In this problem, x is AC. So 2 must be less than AC must be less than 8. And that is choice 2. Okay? Let's look at the next one. That was the end of the G.G.33s. Now we're on G.G.34. And then finally, so we have the date, me, and then this is going to be G.G.34.179. And so here's the problem. Different pencil. In triangle ABC, the measure of angle A is equal to 95. The measure of angle B is equal to 50. And the measure of angle C is equal to 35. Which expression correctly relates the lengths of the sides of this triangle? Choice 1, AB is less than BC, which is less than CA. Choice 2, AB is less than AC, which is less than BC. Choice 3, AC is less than BC, which is less than AB. And choice 4, BC is less than AC is less than AB. Okay, so let's draw a triangle ABC. This is not given to us. This is what we draw based on the information in the problem. It tells us there's a triangle, so that's what we're going to draw. Okay, so A, B, C. It says angle A is 95 degrees. Doesn't matter that it doesn't look like 95 degrees. That doesn't make a difference. Angle B is 50 degrees. And angle C is 35 degrees. Okay, which expression correctly relates the lengths of the sides of this triangle? Well, the largest angle will be across from the largest side. So let's put large. So then the second biggest side will be across from the second biggest angle. So let's put medium. And then the smallest angle will be across from, the smallest side will be across from the smallest angle. So let's put small. So that would mean that AB is the smallest, right? So AB is going to be less than the medium one, AC, which is going to be less than BC, the big one. Or BC is greater than AC is greater than AB. You can read these left to right, okay? If you read left to right, you got to read to the point first in this one. So AB less than AC less than BC, or BC greater than, we're looking at the opening now, AC greater than AB. So which choice is that? That's choice 2. Okay? This is going to be G.G.34.180. In triangle PQR, PQ equals 8, QR equals 12, and RP equals 13. Which statement about the angles of triangle PQR must be true? Number 1, the measure of angle Q. Now this is going to look confusing with all these less than signs and angle signs. So make sure you make it very clear what's what. The measure of angle Q is greater than the measure of angle P, which is greater than the measure of angle R, or number 2, the measure of angle Q is greater than the measure of angle R, which is greater than the measure of angle P. Number 3, the measure of angle R is greater than the measure of angle P, which is greater than the measure of angle Q. And then the next one is the measure of angle P is greater than the measure of angle R is greater than the measure of angle Q. Okay? So, what do? We draw a triangle. This is usually the standard triangle that I draw whenever I'm drawing a picture for a problem. Okay? We have P, and I don't care where, what's what. PQR. PQ is 8, QR is 12, and RP is 13. Which statement about the angles of PQR must be true? Well, the largest angle is across from the largest side. So angle Q must be the large angle. Angle P must be the medium angle because it's across from the second biggest number. And R must be the small angle because it's across from the smallest side. Okay? So the largest angle is across from the largest side. Alright? So now let's list these. So now they want to go from biggest to smallest. So the measure of angle Q is greater than the measure of angle P, which is greater than the measure of angle R. And now we look for that answer. Choice 1. Okay? Next problem. This is G.G.34 G.G.34.181. Okay. In triangle ABC, AB equals 7, BC equals 8, and AC equals 9. Which list has the angles of triangle ABC in order from smallest to largest? Okay. Choice 1 is angle A, angle B, angle C. Choice 2 is angle B, angle A, angle C. Choice 3, angle C, angle B, angle A. And choice 4 is angle C, angle A, angle B. Okay? So, let's see. Let's draw the triangle. A, B, C. AB is 7, BC is 8, AC is 9. Which list has the angles of triangle ABC in order from smallest to large? So we know that angle B is going to be the large angle because it's across from the large side. We know angle A will be the medium one because it's across from the medium side, and angle C will be the small angle because it's across from the smallest side. So in order from smallest to largest, it would be angle C, angle A, angle B. So that's choice 4. Okay, let's see here. This is problem 1, G.G.34.182. In scalene triangle, ABC, the measure of angle B equals 45, and the measure of angle C equals 55. What is the order of the sides in length from longest to shortest. Choice 1 has AB, comma, BC, comma, AC. Choice 2 has BC, AC, AB. Choice 3 has AC, BC, AB, and choice 4 has BC, AB, AC. Okay? So, I'm going to draw a scalene triangle. Scalene, remember, is a triangle with 3 sides that have a different length. Now, the standard triangle that I draw is typically a scalene triangle anyway. So basically, I'm drawing the same triangle I usually do. Okay? Whoops, did I miss something here? No, I did not. So we have A, B, and C. Now, measure of angle B is 45 degrees. The measure of angle C is 55 degrees. They want to know the order of the sides in length from longest to shortest. But we can't find that until we find the measure of angle A. We need to know all of the angles. Okay? Well, we know that the measure of angle A plus 45 plus 55 equals 180. So that means that the measure of angle A plus 100 equals 180. We can subtract 100 from both sides. So then we know that the measure of angle A is 80, and that's degrees. Now that we've found the measure of angle A, we can list our sides, and we know that this is the large side. This is the medium side. And this is the small side. Okay? Because the large side is across from the large angle, the medium side is across from the medium angle, and the small side is across from the small angle. So if we're going to list them from longest to shortest, it would go BC, right? Large, medium, which is AB, and small, which is AC. So that's choice 4. Okay? Next problem. This is G.G.34 G.G.34.183 in triangle RST. The measure of angle R equals 58, and the measure of angle S equals 73. Which inequality is true. Okay? The first one says RT less than TS less than RS. The second one says RS less than RT less than TS. The third one, RT less than RS less than TS. And the fourth one says RS less than TS less than RT. So we have triangle RST. So I'm going to draw the picture I typically do. So this is RST. The measure of angle R is 58 degrees. Angle S is 73 degrees. So they want to know which inequality is true. So first I have to find the measure of angle T. So let's do that. We know that they add up to 180, so the measure of angle T plus 58 plus 73 equals 180. So then the measure of angle T plus 58 plus 73, that would be 131. That has to equal 180. Subtract 131 from both sides. The measure of angle T equals 49 degrees. So let's put that in there. Okay. Now we can solve this problem. So we know that this is the largest angle, so across from that is the large side. This is the medium angle, so across from that is the medium side. And this is the smallest angle, so across from that is the smallest side. So now let's look at which inequality is true. They're listing them from smallest to largest, right? This is less than this is less than this. So let's just list it out first. The small side is RS, and that's less than the medium side, which is ST, which is less than the large side, RT. So which one says RS less than ST, or TS, right? Same thing. Less than RT. That's this one. Okay. We have two problems left. All right. This is G.G. We are on 34. So G.G.34.184. Okay. As shown in the diagram of triangle ACD below, B is a point on side AC, and side DB is drawn. if the measure of angle A is 66 and the measure of angle CDB is 18 and the measure of angle C is 24, what is the longest side of triangle ABD? 1 is AB, 2 is DC, 3 is AD, and 4 is BD. Okay? So now I have to draw the picture that this is given to us in the problem, this picture. So this picture is given to us in the problem. Okay, so here's what we got. We got A, D, B, and C, and they labeled this 18 for us, and they labeled this one 66 for us, and they labeled this one 24 degrees for us. Okay? So they want to know the longest side of triangle A, B, D. That's this triangle right here. In order to know that, we have to figure out all three angles of this triangle. Okay? Now, we can first solve for this angle right here. Alright? This is, we can look at this small triangle here. Right? So we basically, they add up to 180, these three angles. So we know that the measure of angle, this is DBC. This angle right here is DBC. So the measure of angle DBC plus 18 plus 24 equals 180. So the measure of angle DBC plus 42 equals 180. Subtract 42 from both sides. So the measure of angle DBC equals 180 minus 42, that's 138. So that's 138 degrees. Let's label that. Okay? Now we can find the measure, this angle here, because these two angles add up to 180 degrees. They form a linear pair, and linear pairs are supplementary. That means they add up to 180. Okay? So the measure of angle DBA, that's this angle, plus 138 equals 180. Subtract 138, and what you get is that the measure of angle DBA equals 180 minus 38 is 42 degrees. So this is now 42 degrees. And we can find, oh, let me move that up. We can find this angle two different ways. We can say, well, the sum of these three angles is 180. These three angles right here. Or we can remember that the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent interior angles. So we can do 138 equals 66 plus this angle, or we can do 66 plus 42 plus this angle equals 180. Okay, I'm going to do the measure of angle, this is ADB, plus 66 plus 42 equals 180. Okay, so the measure of angle ADB plus 108 equals 180. Let's subtract 108 from both sides. So then the measure of angle ADB equals 72 degrees. So this is 72 degrees. Now we can solve the problem that they're asking us for. What is the largest side of ABD? Well, this is the biggest angle, so this would be the large side. This one would be the medium side, and this one would be the small side. So it would be AB. Right? This AB is the large side. Okay? And we have one more problem to do now. This is G.G.34.185. Okay. In the diagram below of triangle ABC, with side AC extended through D, the measure of angle A equals 37, and the measure of angle BCD equals 117. Which side of triangle ABC is the longest side? Justify your answer. So this time there is no multiple choice. And this is what the picture that they gave us looks like. And they said A, B, C, and they put a point here, called it D, and put an arrow here. And they labeled this 37 for us, and this one 117. Now this is a combination of a few different things, right? First, we can use the exterior. Actually, we can use the fact that these two angles are a linear pair, so they're supplementary. They form a line, so they add up to 180 degrees. So the measure of angle ACB plus 117 equals 180. Subtract 117 from both sides. The measure of angle ACB is equal to 63 degrees. Right? And we can also now find this by adding these three up and setting them equal to 180. So angle B plus 37 plus 63 equals 180. Angle B plus 100 equals 180. Subtract 100. Angle B equals 80 degrees. Okay? Now we can solve the problem. It says which is the longest side? Well, this would be the large side because it's across from the biggest angle. This would be the medium side because it's across from the medium-sized angle. And this would be the small side because it's across from the smallest angle. So here's our justification. Well, besides our work here, we have to write out a statement too. That's what justify means. You have to write out a statement. So AC is the largest side of triangle ABC because it is across from angle B, comma, the largest angle. Okay? And that would be perfect. So that's it for G.G.33 and G.G.34. So good luck.